Everyone wants to find love, but it's not always that easy.
No, it's not. So we're here at City Foundry to see what really is the 411 on love. What is your biggest piece of relationship advice?
Really just taking the time to understand the person you're with.
Oh, communication. Communication. That's a good one. All right, thank you.
Stick with it if it feels right.
We are asking people for relationship advice.
Who wants to chat relationship?
The thing that is absolutely essential in preparing for marriage, and this is going to sound like, of course we know that, is that how well are you talking about serious stuff? To have serious conversations about the stuff that you're going to be dealing with.
You got to really make sure that you understand where they're coming from before you, because it's always, whenever you're thinking, I've run into this too, you're always thinking about yourself.
And it amazes me sometimes, because I do I've done, I don't know, 250 weddings. That means I've prepared about 250 couples for marriage. And finances, especially, even as a Catholic, we don't have positions on finances, but finances are the #1 cause of arguments in marriage in the first year.
Pay attention to your instincts.
If both couples are willing to put the other person first, it will typically go well. So a little bit of humility will take you a very long way.
But you got to really listen to them and understand where they're coming from, no matter what.
That was beautiful. That might be some of the best advice I've ever heard.
What he said. And from you, any relationship advice?
What he said.
What he said.
He said, Dusty, we got some great answers.
We did, and it was interesting too, because when you started off, when we would ask the question, people were kind of awkward at first, but then they would just open up. And it was interesting because it was almost like you were invading something from them. But then they opened up so well. It was really cool to see.
And I left feeling like a little bit like I learned something. We even met Father Patrick, the priest, was my pastor in college at St. Tom's at Purdue.
How wild.
That was the craziest thing. We had the best day.
It was a good time.
Now, those people, they may sound like they have it all together, but this morning we actually are bringing in the expert. Please welcome the love and life coach, Stephanie Seek. Stephanie.
Hello. Hi, Mary. It's so good to see you. Hi, Dusty.
Hello.
Okay, so we're calling this the 411 on love because it's April 11th, and Stephanie has the 411 for us.
I hope so. I love talking about love.
You love talking about love, and specifically, this is what you do, is you help guide people through their relationships, a relationship coach. So right now, what are you seeing? Because even Dusty mentioning, people were hesitant to talk to us about love.
Yes, it's a very vulnerable and sensitive topic. And a lot of people right now are frustrated with dating. And they're also a little sad because if you don't have a relationship and that is what your heart is yearning for, it can be sad to go through life and not have someone to share those experiences. So I'm hearing a lot of, oh, I can't meet anyone on the dating apps. Dating's exhausting me. And instead what we do is we take a step back and refocus on what are our values and what do we love about ourselves. And a lot of successful relationships and dating start with loving yourself.
Oh,
I was going to say, even if you're in a relationship, taking a lot of that too. Stepping back for yourself, but then also thinking about how is that, affecting the other person too. Like both parties have to be able to do that.
That's absolutely right. We have to be able. A lot of the commentators they said great things about communication, and a lot of times we, especially when we've been in a relationship for a while, we put expectations, unspoken expectations on our partners, and we have to get into the practice of setting agreements. Setting agreements. Talking about what do you need, what do I need, can we agree that this is what we'll do moving forward? And that can make a huge difference.
That's beautiful, just that communication. Now, if someone's not in that relationship step, they're looking for that, but they're frustrated with the online dating. They're not finding any luck on Hinge. I mean, what would you say to them?
I would say take a dating app diet.
Okay.
Take a couple weeks off and write down in a notebook or a piece of paper, how do I want to feel in a relationship? Because sometimes when we're swiping on dating apps, we're looking for characteristics and features. Income, status, personality, and instead we want to think about, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel safe, cherished? Do I want to feel fun and joyful? And we can recenter first and then go back to dating. You know, drop all the old relationship baggage. Believe that there is a relationship out there for you.
Well, and what I love about what you're saying here is it's so real and honest, and that's a lot what you get from this book. I was telling Dusty, you even have a chapter, I think it's called Don't Act Crazy.
And that can go for everybody. We all can be crazy. Like my wife says that all, she's like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But to the communication piece, like that, I talk for a living, and sometimes I over-communicate, but I think that that's what balances it out too, because you have to be able to communicate and talk and explain yourself to your, you know, whoever you're with.
To know where they're at. I like that idea that you can't just assume that someone's feeling this way, because you might react in a way and then you're assuming the wrong thing.
That's right. And we all have different triggers and different things that bring us joy. So we really do have to figure out in this relationship, what baggage are you bringing in? What baggage am I bringing in? What can we clear? And then create together.
Oh, Stephanie, this has been such a beautiful conversation.
Love's not a one-size-fits-all. You got to figure out what works for you.
Completely. And Stephanie wants to help you find authentic true love. She's actually hosting a free webinar on April 27th or May 1st. Sign up on her website and you can buy her book, The Love Compass, A Girl's Guide to Finding Authentic Love, on Amazon, Kindle, or Audible. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Chat in love.